warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Trubisky on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Number 20.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The 44-yard line.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Right at midfield.
So 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down.
Here's Patterson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Running back.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a game.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick pass out to Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
To Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Cousins. He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll try the counter here, Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Demetrius Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Brings up 3rd and
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Vikings nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Eric Kendricks in on
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 25.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The tight end.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Barr brought him down. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
And it's third down.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
21-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. They find some open field here. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 30. 38 yards on a scamper there. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. pass is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Extra score, Bears 17. Vikings 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. As the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to rifle one deep. Guys, man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it. Here's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Cook following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
They run it again with Cook.
At the 47.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
He was brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 45.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They run again on 1st down. Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for David Montgomery. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And 5 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 41.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On third down, Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Looking deep in the direction of Abdullah. And he fires one. It's intercepted. Rookie Joe Johnson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Montgomery. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On third down. It's Patterson, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
The 30-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On play action, Cousins.
Reception thrown by Cousins.
Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They try again with Cohen. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They go play action with Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Today's